Hello everyone and welcome back to another Che training session. Today we are looking at contractors, volunteers, vendors, and invoices within the Microcampus Leader portal. So this can be found on the left sidebar under documents. We see contractors and volunteers. If we click that, it will give us a list of our contractors. If there's a bunch of them, you can scroll through using different pages. And this will show if they're either a contractor or a volunteer or if they're both. So for the time being, let's just click into lessees here. It will show their email address, the microcampus that they belong to, which should be yours. But then it'll also show if they've had a background check complete, if it's just been requested. It'll show Gusto, which is our payroll system. If they've been added to Gusto, it'll say they've been added. But if they've uploaded all of their bank information so that I can actually get paid, it will say payroll complete. So you can actually see the status of that now, which is fantastic. It will also show invoices that you have for that contractor or vendor. So this is for Leslie Cooper. We can click on this. It opens up even more information. It shows the amount. It shows if it's been paid and then the month that it will be charged in your Divvy account. Then you can look at the actual invoice itself and view that here. You can download that for your own records. So this is fantastic. All of the information that honestly you didn't have before, and I know that there were a lot of questions. Now you have through the Microcampus Leader portal, you can see the status on a lot of this stuff and make sense of it. You can keep it for your own records. And so this, if we go back, you'll notice that we're actually in the invoice section already. So if we come here, we're back in the contractor volunteer section. So clicking on any of these individual ones will show you all of your invoices. But this is the contractor and volunteers page. We can click here to go back or click here to go back. We'll do it here. And again, you can see individual information on each of your contractors or volunteers. Lastly, I'll say you can add a new contractor directly from the portal, which is great. So if we click here, we can add all of the information. And if you save this, this comes to me and I actually add them into our payroll system and to our volunteer system and get them background checks if that's relevant, so on and so forth. So you can just use this form and add your contractors or your volunteers. Next, we're going to be looking at vendors. So vendors are businesses. These aren't individuals. And vendors, a lot of times, if they're not able to take like a credit card, so you can't pay them using the Divvy card, they would show up here. These are businesses. They have to fill out a W-9. Like the contractor one, you could add them right here. It'll show the name of the business, but it'll also give you a W-9 attachment. You can download that from here or supply that to them and then add that here. We can just, as for your information, we can pay them in two ways. This is an ACH, that's like a wired transfer, and then this is a check. So this is going to cost you $2. It's not preferable, but we understand that some companies don't have separate bank information and that type of thing filled out. But if you do the ACH, they'll get paid much faster. And if you do the ACH, all you have to do is the account number, the routing number, save, and then we can get that paid to them. So again, this is how to add a new vendor. If we go back here, top left, vendors, you can see all the different vendors that you have. So we're going to click on venture off. It shows their W-9 attachment that's filled out. We can download that for our own records if we needed to, their information, phone number, preferred payment, and then the invoices that they have for your microcampus. So this is, if I click this, it shows the invoice amount, if it's been paid, again, the month that it'll be taken out of your Divvy account, so on and so forth. Again, you can click that invoice there and you can download that. And once again, we are already in the invoice section. So whenever you select invoice, it takes you out of this page and puts you in this section. So if we go to invoices, now we can see all of the invoices that you have, the date submitted, the amount. You can add a new invoice here, which is great. You can select your microcampus, the date, you attach the PDF, the amount, the month that it's being charged to, and you need to select if it's a contractor or a vendor. You press save, and that will show up. I'm going to discard that, but that will show up here in the contractor and vendor invoices. If you have a lot of them, you can search. It shows the date that it was submitted, so you can kind of look at it chronologically as well. And this is a great place so that you can keep record, the math makes sense to you, and just please know that whatever is contracted or is invoiced from a vendor does come out of the next month's Divvy budget. And so if there's a difference in what you're seeing in budget, you can look through this and kind of do some math and make it work out. So in review, I know that was a lot. We've looked at contractor, volunteers, vendors, and invoices, and they're all kind of tied together because they all use this invoice thing. But this is where you can see, once again, kind of the status of their background checks, their payroll, how much they've been invoiced for. Same with vendors. We can click here. We can see their W-9, their contact information, the invoice that they have. If we click here, we're in the invoices section, and this is all of your invoices. You can add new invoices here. I know that's a lot of information. You might want to review this again. And if you have any questions, watch the videos. But if you need, you can also email me at joshua@che.school.